Hello friends, and welcome back to another Wednesday Wisdom, your midweek inspirational pick-me-up.
You made it halfway through the week, and you should talk it out if it's happiness you seek. Yeah, halfway through the week, yeah. You made it halfway through the week. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why yes, it's December 26th and I'm wearing a cat Christmas sweater. You can't stop me. I'm a crazy cat lady, as you might know. This is just one of my angels who I didn't have the heart to kick out, so she's sitting with me. You good? Alright, cool. So if you hear any like snoring, it's because my cat's purr smells. My cat's purr sounds like a snore. But again, it is December 26th. We are coming to the end of the holiday season. And today's video just kind of serves as a reminder for certain people. And to put it simply, you are valid. I've done this rant on Snapchat a few times. If you haven't added me, feel free to. It's easy to lose ourselves in these types of situations, these holidays where you are surrounded by family and extended family friends and whatnot who might not exactly be on the same wavelength as you, whether that be your gender identity or your sexual orientation or what you want to do with your life or anything that you could ever have in your life, someone might not agree with. And holidays are difficult to come together and maybe feel invalidated by constant questioning and constant judgment and ignorance. But I'm here to tell you, to remind you after everything, whatever holiday you celebrate, now or upcoming, you are valid. No matter what anyone asks or tells or doesn't understand, you are valid. Just because another person doesn't understand your way of living doesn't mean that their opinion takes away from your life. This kind of could be along the same lines of the Your Dreams Are Yours video, but this is just more broad and in this specific context. But say you came out as transgender and you have aunt or uncle who doesn't understand, doesn't want to understand, doesn't support, and then makes you seem like a freak for it. Just because Aunt Sue or Uncle Bob doesn't understand who you are truly, it doesn't mean that you are any less of a person because you know who you are. And just because Aunt Sue or Uncle Bob might not agree with, say, your career choice, like if you're doing something more artistic and they don't think that that's gonna last as long, or if you're just not quite where you want to be yet and they might judge you for like not being as far as they were when they were kids, you know what I mean? That whole like, when I was your age, I owned a house and had 3 kids. Or if you identify as something other than straight, say like I identify as pansexual, and that is confusing for some people when I try to explain it to them. I am making a video on pansexuality coming soon, stay tuned. When it comes to a family dinner situation and it seems like all eyes are on you and you're getting questioned and judged, it does feel bad. As simple as that. To like have the definition that you've made for yourself of yourself torn down by people who are close to you or have been close to you or you feel like you have to be close to. It puts an image of doubt in your head that doesn't belong there, because you shouldn't let those people control how you feel when you know how you feel. And because of that, let me say it one more time and say it with me. You are valid. Whether that's constantly being misgendered by family members that don't agree, or being judged for doing something unconventional that like doesn't exactly fit the cookie cutter, like 9 to 5, whatever, you are valid. Even if your family's in a situation where you don't get as many presents or presents at all, and then you see like on commercials and Instagram like people getting all these fancy things, monetary value does not equal life value. And because of that, you are valid. no matter what situations come up in these like very high intensity situations that are the holidays, you are valid. And I need you to tell yourself that today, especially if you go through all of these things, because it is something to tell yourself on the daily, but again, you're in a situation where it might be a toxic situation with different family members, different extended friends of the family, whatever, that just don't understand who you are and choose not to understand. Because some people might not understand but then educate themselves, and that's great. But when people actively, again, like misgender you or judge you or whatever, their opinion, even though it feels like you're supposed to be close to that person or you're supposed to take in what they say, they're irrelevant because they're not you, and you are valid. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you understand the depth of your worth and you do try to practice telling yourself that you're valid if you don't feel it after all of this, and shake off the holiday blues because you deserve the best life, even if other people don't understand what your definition of that is. And with that, stay positive, my friends, and have a wonderful last day. You made it halfway through the week. You should talk it out if it's happiness you seek, yeah. Halfway through the week.
You made it halfway through the week, and you should talk it out if it's happiness you seek, yeah.